give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Ooh.
Alright, New Hampshire race review. Well, before I get to this review, a couple things I want to say. I want to say goes out to a good friend of mine, a good friend of a lot of your guys. This goes out to Thorself. He had a death in the family, and just want to say all my prayers and thoughts are with you, buddy, and your family. And hope everything goes alright. And everybody here on YouTube, it's subscribe to me, subscribe to you. We all care about you, and we'll be looking forward to you get back, man. And I hope everything works out with your situation. But prayers are with you and your family. Now let's get to the race review here. Yeah, the Pick 5 contest, I don't think anybody got it. I looked over it. I may have to double check it again, but as far as I know of, nobody won it. Some people got close. First of all, let me say, first half, I only got to watch the first stage, and I had some thunderstorms come through, and whenever the thunderstorms come through, it knocked my power out. I was out of power for 2 or 3 hours, missed the whole race after the power went out, so I had to go back and look, see what happened. On video, I didn't want to go listen to it on the radio because that just bores me to death. So I said, hey, I'll just wait and be shocked to see who won it, which I wasn't shocked whenever I found out who won it. But anyway, let's get, okay, what happened last night, this morning? We had a lot of rain in New Hampshire. The PJ1 did wash off the track some, which I think hurt the racing some, because that bottom groove, you could not get a bite on the bottom groove hardly to pass that good. And I think if it hadn't rained, you would have seen a lot better race. If it had been hot and sunny, the cars would have been more slicker, more, it would have been a better race if it had been hot. I mean, it was a good, decent race, don't get me wrong, but it would have been a better race than that. But okay, after all this raining and all this stuff comes through, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, they're going to mess around here and we ain't going to ever get the race started, and this and that. And they're having drivers' introductions and this and that. I'm sitting there thinking, everybody in the stands know who's here to race. Put these drivers in the cars, let them go out there and run around this racetrack. Let's get this thing going. No use to do the driver introductions and blah, blah, blah. It takes another hour before the race starts, so. But yeah, they finally get all that done. 4:15, we go racing. 318 mile race. We get to lap 15, London Castle. Spins out again. Starcom Motorsports. That team is going to be broke because, they're barely making it as it is, and here they are wrecking 2 cars this weekend, tearing them up. Hate that for them, but that's the way it is. Lap 20, AJ Allmendinger wrecked. From what I understood, he got into somebody got into him. I think it might have been Bubba Wallace or somebody got into his fender there, cut a tire, and he went in the corner, lost it, blew the tire, wrecked, tore his car up. Hate that for AJ. Lap 36, we had a competition yellow. Okay, so we get back to replay. Some people had pitted before, stayed out on the racetrack, view up mirror, and some people stopped, took 2 tires and 4 tires there. Alright, so we're restarting stage 1 here, because like I said, this is all I got to see is stage 1. Whenever Truex is coming back up through there, Jimmy Johnson pulled some pretty good blocking there on Truex, and Truex gave him a bumper to him. I'm like, Truex is kind of being nice to you, Jimmy. I'm like, you're not used to running, not this year anyway, you're not used to being up in the top 1 or 2. You're throwing blocks on these guys. If that had been Tony Stewart, you'd been in the wall. So you just better be glad that Martin Truex is behind you, or 48 would have been in the wall. But anyway, we kept going there. Truex goes ahead and wins stage 1, which is big. It's another playoff point. So and 10 bonus points. Okay, now from there on, my power got shut out. So, after looking up everything, Chase Elliott, from what I understand, got by Martin Truex with 25 to go and went ahead to win stage 2. So that was a good job of Chase Elliott, and showed some speed today. All Hendricks card showed speed, but a lot of it had to do was because you can't pass. You know, you could take a 16th place card and put it up front, and they're going to stay in top 5 because you just can't pass on that racetrack. I'm sure they got to be better racetracks out there than that, or they could think about refiguring New Hampshire, maybe putting some bacon in it or something, because it's just kind of boring knowing that you got such a good race car and you can't pass nobody. You get underneath them and you just can't go nowhere. Even whenever they put the PJ1 down, they shouldn't be putting PJ1 down in the first place. It's a racetrack. You shouldn't have to put down something that gives it grip so people can pass. That's not NASCAR, it's not racing. They got to do something with that. If you got tracks you can't pass, cut them out. It's time to let them go. There's plenty of other racetracks out there. So that's just my opinion on that. Now, my opinion on coming down to the end in stage 3. Like I said, I didn't get to see it, except for what I seen on the internet. Kevin Harvick running into Kyle Busch there. Hey, you know, obviously, you know, they're both great drivers and all. They both know what to do. Kevin Harvick done what he had to do to win that race. He did not wreck Kyle Busch. He just hit him, knocked him out of the way, and kept going. So, Harvick won the race. And he's going to get it back. Kyle said after the race, you know, if that's the way he wants to race me, we'll race that way. So, expect Harvick to be bumped somewhere down the road. And that can be a big thing about the playoffs. See, if you're Truex, Boyer, and these guys, you don't want no enemies going into these playoffs. Keep it quiet. But now Busch and Harvick's got a little rivalry going on now. And they both got a lot of teammates. So, that could come back to haunt them. We'll wait and see about that. You don't want no rivals heading into these playoffs. So, other than that, that's all we do. Congratulations to Harvick getting a 6th victory of the year. A lot of points. Big three. Big three's going to win. It's like Charlie NASCAR said. They're going to win the rest of the year. Except for Talladega. Somebody else will win. But, let's hit the results here. We got Kevin Harvick winning this race. He had 51 total points. Kyle Busch second with 45 total points. Eric Almirola third. Another thing, great run for Eric Almirola. This guy, I think, could get a win in for a while. Martin Truex Jr., 51 points. Chase Elliott had 51 points in 5th. Ryan Newman, a good run. Ryan Blaney, Kurt Busch, Joey Logano, and Jimmy Johnson sneaks in the top 10. Now we had Alex Bowman, Kyle Larson 12th, which I thought, for the day he had, finishing 12th, I give him credit. Denny Hamlin, another surprise I thought would be up there, just didn't have it. Matt Kenseth, top 15. Give him credit, he ran pretty good there. Experience helped him there. As we keep going down the list here, Keselowski, of course, finishes 32nd, performance man, and Clint Boyer 35th. So, and once we go back here and take a look here at the standings, let me see if I can find them real quick. We're going to take a look at these standings, guys, because these standings mean a lot. And okay, here's standings. Kyle Busch has a 53-point gap on Kevin Harvick. Now Martin Truex has cut this down to 104. But 6 races ago, he is not out of the hunt to win this regular season championship. All it takes is 2 bad races for Kyle. And Harvick and Truex is right there on him. So Logano's is sitting there in 4th. Kurt Busch 5th. Clint Boyer 6th. Keselowski, Larson, Blaney, and Denny Hamlin runs out your top 10. Now, with that good run by Eric Almirola, put him 11th. I think that's going to be good enough to get him into the chase, whether he wins or not. And We take a look down here. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. obviously is sitting 16th in points, but Austin Dillon is 19th in advancing. Like I said before, I hate it that Austin Dillon is 19th and he's going to make the playoffs. I mean, I don't agree with that. I think you order, before you win a race and be guaranteed in the playoffs, I think you have to be in the top 16. That's just my opinion, because Austin Dillon's barely a top 20 car. He does not deserve to be in the playoffs. And so yeah, it's looking to Paul Menard is 1 point behind Ricky Stenhouse. Now Alex Bowman, who keeps finishing solid, is hanging on in there. He has got like a 20 or so lead, 25-point lead over Ricky Stenhouse. So that's it. Chase Elliott really helped himself out today with all them points he got. Big deal with Chase. So, but yeah, guys, there we go. That's been a little review. I hate that my power got cut out and I didn't get to see the whole race and this and that. I just got what I done, but I'll be back next week with a couple more videos of the race picks coming up here for Pocono, and might get into a few other things to talk about, but you guys have a good one, and we'll catch you later.